Good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's edition of Strong and Steady. It's cold outside. I have my long sleeve little turtleneck on, but hopefully it's warm where you're at and you're safe and you're ready to work. Okay, I'm seated on my chair. I'm going to extend my arms out from my sides and I'm going to start with my small circles. And I'm closing my eyes and I'm feeling the mobility of my shoulder blades as they move up and down, supporting those circles that my arms are taking. Good. I'm going to change directions now, starting small, starting slow, working into bigger circles. Good. Again, my focus is the feeling of my shoulder blades sliding around on my back. Good. Bring your arms to your sides and now let's work through great big circles. As we're able, nice and slow. Don't go too quickly. Don't push through pain. We're trying to open up and soften. Nice job. Let's switch arms. Now for today's class, I have two sets of dumbbells, kind of a standard set and then quite a lighter set. So if you're able to accommodate that, if you're don't have a lighter set and you want to get a 15-ounce can of beans or diced tomatoes, something of that nature, it might be good because the exercise that we're using that for, we don't need anything very heavy. Okay, now we're going to come to standing and I'm going to scoot the chair back just a little bit, hands on hips, elbows back, shoulders are drawn back just a little bit. I feel like my chest is coming forward, belly button to spine, and now we'll hinge. Okay, soft knees, feet are comfortable into the ground, hinging forward, keeping your back in a neutral position. Good. We're trying to warm up the back side, not into the front of our legs, into our quads, but warming up the back side of our legs and our hamstrings and glutes. We retain this gentle bend of the knees, but don't bend any further as we hinge forward. Okay, now we should feel good blood flow back there. We can cross our arms, keeping our armpit to elbow parallel to the ground, or you can extend your arms, palms facing each other. And then we'll squat, keeping your heels down, tailbone descending, again, neutral spine. Good. If you want to unite that with your breath, we inhale as we descend and we exhale as we press through our heels to come to standing. Excellent work. Okay, so for today's class, we have 4 circuits, and we're going to go each one 3 rounds, 8, 10, 8. And after each of the first 3 rounds, we're going to incorporate a little cardio. Okay, so for the first, well, for all these circuits of weight training, we're going to do 3 exercises. Okay, so we're going to start with a squat with a lateral leg raise. Now, you can do this one of 2 ways. You can have dumbbells and do a standing squat with the lateral leg raise. You can do it next to your chair and do a squat if you need that chair for support for your lateral leg raise. Or you could do it from your chair and do a chair squat. You can extend a dumbbell out here if you need just a little bit of counterweight to help you come up and a lateral leg raise. Or you can have dumbbells at your side, squat to lateral leg raise. So those are all of your options, right? Now, if you've found that combination actually doesn't quite work with you, let's say you're doing the chair squat extended, but you don't have anything to balance for your lateral leg raise. Determine which element is more important to you, okay? Is it coming out of the chair or is it that single leg balance? And you'll have to prioritize that. Okay, I'm gonna reach for my dumbbells. So for the first time through with 8 of them, I'm gonna use dumbbells coming out of my chair. And I like this a lot because it pushes you to your end range. As you gaze down, your thighs should be parallel to the ground. And we wanna be able to come out of this chair with our own muscles. All right, so, and I'm weighting that down even further with these dumbbells, all right? So making sure my heels are underneath my knees, I'm digging my heels into the ground. I'm not gonna project and drive through my knees. I'm gonna press my heels in to activate the backside of my legs. Ready? Inhale, exhale, rise, and lateral leg raise. Sit back down. 2, 3, and I'm going after that same leg for my lateral leg raise because I want that leg to get a little more tired. So that's 4. So now I'm gonna do 4 on the other side. Good, I like this single leg balance. You have to identify your center of gravity, shift your weight over that leg, and then exhale into your core. Good, okay. Now we can set those dumbbells down and we're gonna do standing oblique crunches. Again, you can have your chair to the side or not use it. Palms at your ears. We're contracting through that oblique, through that glute on the side, not your big butt muscle on the back, but more on the side, a hip opener. Okay, ready, inhale, exhale, 1. And you wanna make your knees stick to your elbow. Force yourself to balance. And 4, good, switch sides, 1, 2, nice and slow, 3, exhale, 4, good work. Now we're gonna get our heart rate going a little bit. So dumbbells or no dumbbells, we're doing skier arms. All right, this is a little bit quicker and a little bit of momentum. Ready? Soft knees, feet comfortably distanced. As you hinge, the arms go back and go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let those dumbbells slowly come to a still at your side. I was gonna set them down, but I'm gonna use them for my chair squats to lateral leg raise. Okay, suitcase carry. Inhale, and lateral leg raise. Now again, you don't have to use the chair if you prefer to use just a standing squat. 3, 4, using that exhale, pressing your heels through the ground, and 5. Switch legs. 1, 2. I'm using that right oblique, right glutes to pull that leg off the ground to the side, drawn by the heel. Last 1, and 5. All right, dumbbells down, standing oblique crunch. Palms at your ears, let's keep them moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Switch sides. 1, 2. Good, use the glutes. 4, and 5. Nicely done. And dumbbells. Skier arms, ready? Inhale through the nose into the chest. Exhale at the mouth and low belly. Swing back and go. 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, dumbbells slowing down. Last round, back to 8s. Okay. Suitcase carry, palms at your sides. Ready? Make sure those feet are positioned correctly, not too close into the chair. Inhale, press your heels to the ground. Exhale, come to standing, lateral leg raise. 2, 3, and we want to come to stillness and start from stillness. 4, 1, switching sides with that lateral leg raise. 2, 3, good work, and 4. Okay, dumbbells down. Palms at your ears, soften the tops and shoulders and neck. Standing oblique crunch. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Switching sides. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good work. All right, and dumbbell skier arms. Ready? Inhale, swing back, exhale, swing forward. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, nicely done. That was an excellent warm-up. Set those dumbbells down. All right, now we're gonna get ourselves ready for our first Tabata. Okay, I'm gonna move my chair out of the way. And I gotta get my timer, I apologize. Okay, so for this first Tabata, we're gonna go for 3 minutes. Okay, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. All right, not too bad. We're gonna focus on high marches. Okay, so as you're ready, create your space, steady, and we're gonna begin by marching. Okay, 20 seconds, let's go. Arms at our side, pumping our arms, shoulders are back and down. Okay, balls of your feet into the ground, your heels are not touching the ground. Good. Okay, 10 seconds, pause, nice job. All right, the other thing I want you to focus on is those arms are going ear to hip, the thumbs. Okay, ready, steady, let's go for 20 and march. Good, so we want those arms to be moving in straight paths right in front of us. They're not crossing our body, getting into our shoulders. Nice and straight. Good, relax, no hunching forward. Neutral spine. Okay, time. Move this to a place where I can see it a little better. Okay, so you can probably hear my feet pounding. Ready, steady, and go. So pounding feet is a good thing for our bone growth and development. Keep our bones strong. However, if it is problematic for you because maybe you have some foot pain or arthritis, that's kind of a bummer. Okay, pause, because that might prevent you from doing that sort of work. It's understandable, okay? Just do your best to manage through this work. Light on your feet then. Ready, steady, let's go. This is number 4 for 20 seconds. Good, no bunching of the shoulders. Arms are pumping, those knees are raising. Our heels are not landing on the ground. Good, time. Just 2 more rounds, guys. All right, maybe this time I'll give you a lateral view. Ready, steady, and go. So I'm trying to bring my knees up toward my belly button, working from the balls of my feet. Nice big swinging arms, bent at the elbow. Time. Okay, we have 1 more round. Good work. Hopefully that heart rate is speeding up. All right, ready, steady, and go. Last round of 20 seconds. Good, nice marching. Keep it up. 10 more seconds. Belly button to spine. 3, 2, and 1. All right, nice job. Good work. Okay. Okay, now we're gonna reach for those dumbbells. Okay, so we're gonna work on a reclined boat pose. So if you recall, in our boat pose, we get there by starting from our sit bones and then leaning back. Okay, so let me show you that from the side, just to make sure we're all on the same page. Okay, starting from my sit bones, and then I'm reclining back to my sacrum, but I'm not rounding through my spine. Okay, so we're gonna hold that position, try and hold our legs in parallel into the ground as well. Okay, now reach for your dumbbells down by your knees, palms up. Arms are a little bit rounded and rigid, and we're gonna bring them up and bring the heels of the dumbbells together. Scoop, 1. Squeezing through your lower rib cage and lower chest. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nicely done. Okay, now we're gonna take just one of those dumbbells and do a seated halo. Okay, so elbows to your chest, or elbows to your rib cage, grabbing the dumbbell by the ears right at the chest. And we're gonna wrap that dumbbell around our neck like a scarf. All right, ready? Inhale, wrap it around. I'm starting reaching for my right ear around my neck and my left ear. And 4, and then I'll pause and change directions, starting with my left ear around my neck to my right ear for 4 circles. Nicely done. Okay, now we can set that dumbbell off to the side. And we're gonna be in a bent over position over our chair. All right, so nice tabletop position. We're gonna do hydrant to kickback. Okay, so I'm gonna stand on my left leg, bend my right leg into a flamingo style. Then as I do a hydrant, I exhale, contracting through my obliques and my glute to pull that leg up like a dog peeing. And then without setting that foot on the ground, I'm gonna kick my leg straight back toward the wall. That's 1. Hydrant to kickback. 2. Hydrant to kickback. So my foot never returns to the ground. And 4 until I'm done with my 4. Switching sides. So now I'll stand on that right leg, flamingo that leg. Ready? Hydrant to kickback. Glute to hamstring. Hydrant to kickback and hydrant to kickback. Nicely done. Okay. All right, now we go back to the top, our boat pose, scoop fly for 10. So reach for your dumbbells. All right, dumbbells are on my lap, sits bones, recline to sacrum, then turn so my palms are up. Arms are down by close to my sides. Ready? Exhale, 1. 2, bringing them up till the tail of the dumbbells come together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, set one dumbbell down. We're gonna just use one. Grab by the ears, elbows to your rib cage, dumbbell to your chest. Halo, ready? Wrap it around the right ear, neck, and left ear. 2, work through that mobility in your shoulder. 4, and 5. Change directions. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nicely done. Okay, now we're back to our hydrant to kickback. All right, bent over my chair. You'll see my right leg go to bending. Okay, ready? Hydrant and kickback. Hydrant and kickback. So try and focus on keeping your pelvis nice and still. We don't want to rotate here. Stay with your range of motion. That's 5. Okay, switch sides, flamingo the leg, hydrant to kick back, hydrant, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, okay, and then we're back to 4s. Okay, dumbbells again. I'm sorry, back to 8s. All right, on my chair, on my sit bones, dumbbells are on my lap, recline back into this nice boat pose on my sacrum, turn my palms up, arms are bent, ready. 1, scoop fly, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good, set one dumbbell down, halos, dumbbell to your chest. We're back up to our sits bones. Neutral spine, ready. Wrap it around like a scarf. 2, 3, and 4. And reverse directions, 1, 2. Exhale, close your rib cage, and 4. Good, okay, hydrant to kick back. All right, bend over your chair, grasping it on either side, gazing down. Right leg is bent, left leg is down. Hydrant, kick back. Open up to the side and then heel to the wall behind you. 3, and 4. Good, changing sides now. Ready, bent leg, hydrant, and heel. 2, 3, and 4. Nice, getting the most out of that. Okay, very good. Now we're gonna have our grapevines, okay? So I'm clearing a little bit of space so y'all can see me. Oh, I have 3 minutes on the timer. We're doing the Tabata format again. Okay, so as you can see me here, I'm gonna start with my legs in a neutral, all right? This way is to my left as I point, okay? So I'm gonna just alternate, step behind and step, step in front, step, step behind. And it's kind of like skater, except for in skater, we always just step behind, right? So here we're just alternating. All right, you got it? Just changing when you run out of space, when I run out of screen, then I'll stop and return, okay? So think of it just like dancing, all right? So we have 6 rounds of 20 seconds. Ready, steady, let's go. Step, step. And you can go as fast as you want. I like to stay on the balls of my feet. You can go tiny footwork. This is agility. This is your agility component. Okay, time, you have 10 seconds. So sometimes when I think of dancing, like ballroom dancing or waltzing, I do tiny steps. So that's why you might see me fall into that. Okay, ready? Begin. Tiny steps in the front and behind. Tiny steps in the front and behind. You might see my hips twist a little. If Patricia were on this class today, she's a dancer, she would love this. Okay, time. Nicely done. All right, ready. 3, 2, 1. Okay, now I'm gonna slow it down. Step, behind, front. Behind and front. Behind and front. Behind and front. Good. Time. All right, good job. Don't try not to overthink it and get yourself confused, okay? Ready, steady, go. So now I'm speeding up a little. Quick, 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 quick. And I'm slowing it down. Okay, good. Time. We have 2 more rounds. Stay with what you're comfortable. Okay, ready, steady. Let's go. Behind and in front. Good. Work from the balls of your feet. Don't let your heels go to the ground. I like to add that time element of holding my arms up, and then I can feel my muscles and my deltoids holding the weight of my arms off the ground. All right, last round. You ready? Arms extended. Let's go. Alternate if you want. Quick, 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 quick. Or nice and even, sure-footed. Back to front, back to front, back to front. Good work. You got it. And time. Nice work. Good, good job. Okay. I didn't give you time for this last time, so we're halfway done. Get a drink. Sorry about that, folks. Okay. Now I'm going to bring my chair into view again. Okay. So we have seated press out twists, followed by lateral lunges, and then upright rows. Okay, so we'll start in the chair and then we'll come to standing right after this. Okay, on our sit bones, or you can remain standing if you wish. All right, the dumbbell to your chest, your elbows in, your legs uniformly distanced. Inhale, exhale, press away from your body, and then twist and return. Exhale, press out, twist. Exhale, press out, twist. Good, that's 4. It's like you're emptying the salt shaker. Good, 1 more on each side, twist, and use that oblique, and twist. Good, okay, now we can come to standing. So we're gonna do lateral lunges. All right, so you can either use the chair or not use the chair. So I'm gonna start by using the chair, almost like I'm playing peekaboo with it. So I'm centered right behind it and my hands are down on the sides of the back of the chair and the front of the chair is facing you. Okay, so I'm gonna step to my left onto that bent leg and my right leg's gonna go straight. Ready? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, now 4 the other way. 1. Now there's definitely some benefit to having the comfort of this chair here. If it allows you to feel like you can open up more safely, that's a benefit. That's good. You should feel a stretch in your adductors as you do that. All right, now I'm gonna demonstrate upright rows with a single dumbbell. Okay, so I just have one single heavier dumbbell. I'm grabbing by the ears, all right? It's resting between my knees, standing nice and tall. My shoulders are back. Inhale. And as I exhale, I'm pulling my elbows up to the ceiling and back down. And as I continue this work, I'm focusing not on my hands, but on my shoulders. So my elbows are being drawn to the ceiling with strings. 6, 7, and 8. Good, okay. Now I'm back to my chair for my press out twist. Now we have 10. Okay, you ready? Dumbbell to your chest, feet in legs in parallel. Inhale, exhale, press out, twist. And using that twist to activate your obliques and lats. 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And I'm alternating my twist. 4 and 5. Well done. Okay, lateral lunges. So now we'll demo it without the chair. Okay, I'm gonna just scoot it back. I'm gonna have my hands to my chest, finding my center. Inhale and exhale as I step to the left and press back to center. 2, 3, 4, pushing off that outside glute. 5, good. Right here. 6, 7, and as much as you can, allow that leg that's straight to become a dead weight. Not pushing through it, pushing from that bent leg, all of your body weight. All right, back to the upright rows. All right, stand nice and tall, dumbbells between your knees. Inhale and exhale, 10 upright rows. 1, 2, 3. Zip your rib cage. Do not thrust your hips. You want to stay nice and tall. All that's happening is your elbows are pulling to the ceiling. You're not going to thrust your hips forward and arch your back. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, nicely done. Okay, back to our chair. Seated press out twists. Dumbbell to your chest, elbows in. Ready, 8. Twist and return. Twist and return. So we're not pausing between each one. We're holding out as we twist and then in and out, twist. And 8. Good. Okay. Last round of lateral lunges. I am increasing the level of intensity and work with each level. Okay. So now I'm going to hold the dumbbell to my chest, just like in my press out twist for my lateral lunges. Ready? Step to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excellent. Okay, reposition that dumbbell. Hanging down toward the ground between your fingers. 8 upright rows. Inhale and exhale, pull. 1. Nice and slow. Find that isometric hold. Zip your rib cage. Think about where you're holding that weight. Not in your hands, not in your chest. Try and drop it into your shoulders. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Nicely done. Okay. We are on our last round here. We're going to go into our last round of Tabata. So this is going to be the icky shuffle. Okay, more lateral work. We're focusing on getting our feet off the ground, getting our knees up. Okay, with Grapevine, we kind of just move laterally on our footwork. We didn't worry about knees high. Now we're not going to be crossing our feet. We're just going to work on stepping laterally and getting our knees high. So I don't want to, even though we call it icky shuffle, I don't want to hear any shuffling feet out there. Okay, all right, so we have 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Ready, steady. Oops. All right, let's go. Step, 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 lift, lift, lift. I'm imagining my obliques are doing all that lifting, that heavy lifting. There we go. Good. And time. Okay, 10 seconds off. Be mindful. No shuffling of feet. Get them off the ground. Ready, steady, and go. Now go as determinately and safely as you can. If you want to pick up speed, you're certainly welcome to do that. But again, we're working on keeping our feet off the ground, keeping our heels off the ground. Once again, you find that my arms are out. I'm holding the weight of my arms in my shoulders. Time. Good work. Okay, ready, steady, and go. Step, step, lift. Good. So there's this little single leg balance. But our spine's staying nice and neutral. We're not losing or bending anything in our spine. Time. All right, so think of all these things, how it should be feeling. Contracting to lift that leg up, right? Staying neutral in your spine. Quick footwork. Ready, steady, let's go. Good, keep those feet moving. Time, okay, we got 2 more rounds, good work. Then we'll hit the mat. Good, check your heart rate. Woo. All right, ready, steady, and go. Step, step, lift. Good work, you got it. Okay, time. All right, 1 more round. Ready, steady, let's go. Step, step. Good. Isn't it funny how 20 seconds can be work, but it's almost done, so stay with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Good job. All right, excellent work. Get a drink, and we're gonna make our way down to the ground. Okay. Okay. So using your chair, right? I'm gonna turn on the fans. Okay, so my chair's right here. I'm gonna hinge forward, reach for it with the palm of my hand, get down into my half kneel, return that other foot or knee down as well, and then find a spot on the floor as I crawl. All right, now I'm gonna go down onto my back. The same way I'll get up off of my back from the side. So my wrist is under my armpit. My other hand's gonna come to support my shoulder and torso as well. And I'm gonna go down onto an elbow and then slowly lower myself down onto my back. Okay, excellent. All right. Whew. All right, so now we're in stargazer pose, right? And we're melting, imprinting into our mat, into our ground space. So our feet are in the mat, our knees are bent and pointed toward the ceiling, but they're held in parallel. They're not collapsing together. So make sure you find that place where they're in parallel to each other, pointed at the ceiling, about the distance of the width of your fist, okay? And as you work your way up, you wanna make sure that your hip pointers and your pubic bone are in parallel, and that will help identify the proper spacing of your lower back, right? That lumbar curve that we want to preserve and support with the strength of our belly, working its way up to the base of our rib cage, settling into our shoulder blades and middle trapezoids, on up to the relax in our neck and upper shoulders as our head rests comfortably into the ground. All right, nicely done. Visualizing this imprint, begin your breath work. All Pilates comes from your breath. Inhaling through the nose, rib cage expands, belly stays small. As you exhale, belly gets even smaller, contracts towards your spine as it sinks and becomes a shallow bowl. With your next good breath, I want you to start with that feeling of lifting your pelvic floor to meet your transverse, up, up, up. And finally ending on pelvic floor transverse, zipping of your rib cage. So we're not flared out toward the sky, toward the sun. We're zip tight, preserving that natural low back curve. Good. With each breath, contracting even more deeply in our transverse and our pelvic floor. And then with our next exhale, we're going to leverage that right lat and pull the right leg up into a chair pose. Pausing here, and then exhale as we draw the left leg up into chair. All right, nicely done. Inhale into the chest. And exhale as you extend that right leg out through the male slot, testing the waters here. How strong does my low belly feel? How dead can I make my leg be? Return. Exhale, extend. And return, making that leg be a dead weight for your belly. Working through that body setup so that as you extend that leg, your pelvic floor lifts, meets your transverse, zips your rib cage, and returns. As you alternate legs, continue only as long as good form allows. That is always the rule. In Pilates, we work at such a slow, intentional pace. It really makes you tired. You should be thinking about what these muscles are each doing to support my movement. And as you do it so slowly, the fatigue will set in, and we want the movements to be pure. Okay, so once you're done, go ahead and lower your legs to the ground. Good, taking a nice breath. We'll do one more warm up for our low belly. So we're going to focus on scooping a bit, okay? Scooping our pelvis. So we're back to our neutral stargazer pose, palms at the ground. We're just going to take this first exhale into neutral, no change to our body. Just feel that strength of our pelvic floor and transverse and rib cage contracting through the low belly. But it is going to get stronger. At the next one, it's going to go even more deeply. Begin to have the strength to pull your tailbone off the ground. And as the tailbone moves up, you're actually rocking your pelvis forward. So you're not actively pushing your back into the mat. It's done because you're pulling your pelvis forward, pulling your tailbone forward. And then as you inhale, return to neutral. Good, and on the next one, we're gonna go so deeply that we're gonna go up into our first bridge. So exhale deeply, pelvic floor transverse, pulling the tailbone, sacrum, and then continue to pull. Heels sink into the ground as your hamstrings begin to support your hips as well. And you drive all the way up into your glute bridge. Okay, now here we're gonna try and hold our glute bridge for a bit. Okay, we're gonna remove our hands from the ground and extend them over our chest. All right, now here we're going to take a rib cage arm. So I want you to relax through your neck and shoulders. As you inhale, let your arms slowly move away from your chest, still squeezing through your lats as they sink towards your ears. And then pause here before you lose that lat tension. And as you exhale, contract through your lats and draw them back down towards your hips. Plant your hands on the ground and then slowly soften through the chest as you melt and melt one vertebrae at a time out of your bridge. Good. So that was a very tricky way for me to put you in a bridge for a long time. Okay, nicely done. All right, we are going to roll over onto our back and do a little bit of prone work, okay? All right, and it's more prone shoulder work than it is anything else, okay? So let's go ahead and roll over. Now, some of you may want to support your forehead with a little towel. Unfortunately, because of the work that we're doing, we cannot support our head with the back of our hands. We do need our hands at our sides, okay? So if you need to go get a little towel or a little pillow, and I'll demonstrate how I do that. I've got these little towels here, and it's just a nice little tiny bed for my forehead to rest on. Okay, all right, nicely done. Okay, so I'm relaxed as I lay here in my neutral. It's actually just a little bit too much for me, even lower. Okay, good. And I'm gazing straight down at the mat. My palms are up. Your palms can be down or up. The traditional teaching is palms down, but with the work that we're going to do, I want you to have palms up. Okay, find your neutral. Okay, find your hip pointers, your chest. Relax your shoulders so they're drawing forward toward the mat. That's fine. Work through your breath. Inhale through your chest. Feel your rib cage expand. And as you exhale, I want you to lift your belly button up towards your spine. So imagine that there is a grape or a golf ball underneath your belly button. And so you're trying to lift your belly button up and over it. Lift that belly button up and over. Try not to clench through your legs. Good. Now, as you're doing that, now we're going to add in our arm and shoulder work. Okay. So your palms or the back of your hands are on the ground. I want you to lengthen your fingertips toward the back wall and let your arms float off the ground. Okay. So they're lengthened and floating, and you feel like, maybe you're hovering over something if you were hang gliding or jumping from a parachute, God forbid, that your arms are back like you're a superhero. Okay, so that's on your exhale. And on your inhale, your arms can return to the ground. And on your exhale, your belly button rises again, and your fingers extend and arms float. And now suddenly you're drawing your shoulder blades down towards your back pockets a little bit. So lengthening through your spine. Inhale, let them return. And then exhale, we'll take that even further. I want you to now begin squeezing your shoulder blades together as you're able. Pulling your shoulders back, back, back from the ground. Inhale, return. Okay, so this is really tough work, trying to get that belly button lifted, taking care of your spine by engaging your transverse and pulling these shoulders back. I want you to try and think about getting the front of your arms, the front of your shoulders as far away from the mat as possible by pulling through your rear deltoids and your middle trapezoids. Okay, you got it? So let's try that one more time. The other thing you might feel is the desire for your head to float off of your pillow. If it does, do not crank your neck up and gaze ahead. You're just lengthening your spine, and the muscles in that process of lengthening might lift your head off the mat just a couple of centimeters. Okay, ready? Inhale. And exhale. Inhale back down. And exhale. Good. Shoulders are drawing back, kind of like wings on an airplane when they lift their flaps. Good. And then lowering. We're trying to find that isometric hold. The wings are drawing back, but our spine is nice and long. Last one. Exhale, lengthen and lift. Zipping that belly button, zipping those rib cage. Good, nicely done. Okay, let's make our way back onto into our stargazer pose. Okay, now sometimes when we do that prone work, you feel it in your low back. It's hard not to, especially when you first feel it there, then you always think about it. So you always engage there. Okay, so from here, what I would normally tell people is if you're on your back, then we'll draw our knees to our chest and kind of go into a happy baby, right? So we're rocking back and forth, hugging our knees to our chest. Another good way to stretch that out is also in child's pose. Both are wonderful. All right, rocking back and forth. Good, then we'll roll over onto our side and we'll put a little pillow under our head with our arm. And so I'm laying on my right side. With my left hand, I'm gonna reach back and try and grasp my left ankle. Let my leg fall to meet my right leg. And then I'm trying to stretch through my quad. Trying to make that leg as quiet and dead as I can. Lengthen and stretch. Release that ankle, and then you'll roll over onto your other side. So I like to break dance over. You don't have to break dance, but make a pillow for your head on the other side. Top hand reaches for top ankle. Let the legs settle together and release. So relaxing through your hamstring, relaxing through your quad. This is a good bedtime stretch, either first thing in the morning, laying in bed, or in the evening, laying down. Good, then I'm gonna release my legs and I'm gonna have my legs bent. So I'm not quite into a fetal position, just like I'm going to sleep at night. And then I'm gonna tee out my arms and open my chest to the ceiling. I snuck you into this little rotation position that I like so well. So relax through your neck and shoulders. Allow that shoulder blade to get heavy. Don't press it into the mat, just allow it to get heavy. Imagine that you're in your deepest sleep and are able to release all those tensions. Good, okay, then bring your legs around back to center and let them fall to the other side of your body. Okay, now my legs are on the right and I'm gonna take my right hand and push down on my left leg that's on top. Give me a little extra stretch here. All right, and back to center. So I'm gonna roll over onto my side, top hands pushing my torso off the mat. And I'm back to my seated position. All right, good job today, guys. I hope I got you ready for snow shoveling or relaxing in front of the fire. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thanks, everybody. I'm thankful for each one of you in my life. Take care now. Bye.